Park. Investigators revealing this evening the alleged shooter had 2 previous contacts with Highland Park police.
And WGN's Sean Lewis is live in Highland Park with those details tonight. Sean?
We're talking about several years ago for those contacts. The first one was in April of 2019 when a person reported to the Highland Park Police Department that Robert Crimo III had a week prior attempted suicide. The next contact came months later, September 2019, when a family member reported that Crimo had threatened to kill, quote, everyone. When police responded, they found a cache of knives, 16 knives, a sword, and a dagger. They confiscated those, reported the incident to the ISP. Still, Crimo was able to buy and maintain his FOID card and also go and buy those firearms, one of them used in yesterday's shooting in 2020 and 2021. Now, as the announcement of state charges are pending in the next few minutes, there is also talk of federal indictments to come. Tonight, the FBI has increased its presence at the site of the 4th of July parade shooting in Highland Park, combing through what was left behind.
Over the past 24 hours, there's been a significant amount of information obtained by investigators.
WGN has obtained this security camera photo of Robert Crimo III near the scene on Monday. Investigators say the 21-year-old wore a dress in what looks to be a red and white blue scarf to disguise his distinct neck and face tattoos.
During the attack, we believe that Crimo fired more than 70 rounds from this rifle into the crowd of innocent people. Following the attack, Crimo exited the roof, he dropped his rifle, and he blended in with the crowd, and he escaped. He walked to his mother's home, who lived in the area, and he blended right in with everybody else as they were running around, almost as he was an innocent spectator as well.
When he was taken into custody on Monday evening in Lake Forest, thanks to an alert citizen who called 911, investigators say they found another rifle inside that silver Honda Fit, which he had borrowed from his mother to escape.
When he went to his mother's, we have no indication that he provided any information to her.
In addition, investigators found other firearms in his Highwood home, all legally purchased by Crimo. While investigators have gathered a lot of information so far, they continue to ask the public for more.
If you have any video of this individual that is walking toward the parade, at the parade, potentially on the roof or exiting, to please call 1-800-CALL-FBI.
There was also the question, what was Bobby Crimo doing in those hours after the shooting and before he was caught and took into custody by police in Lake Forest? It turns out, police say, that he drove that Honda all the way to the Madison, Wisconsin area. They don't say what he did there or who he may have met with, but then drove back to this area where that person spotted him, called police, and he was taken into custody. Again, we are awaiting another press conference happening in just a few minutes, possibly with announcement of those state charges. When that happens, we will bring it to you. For now, we are live in Highland Park. Sean Lewis, WGN News.
Thank you, Sean.